I'm a red seal carpenter. I've been self-employed for over 25 years. I'm doing mostly residential construction in the Cam River area. Okay, basically the NIC training gave me, added on to my skill set as a carpenter to learn some of the different installations and building practices in the film industry. Because potentially I build in a structural world, I'm building things out in an environment to last. But the reality of it is the things that we're building that are in the film industry are going to outlast anything that I build in the real world, because it's going to be on film for, basically forever. So it's been quite the learning experience.
The hands-on grip training from NIC really helped me understand all the equipment and what you had to perform like on set and the pressures, and they really prepared me to just get out there and be successful on set. I started out working for Pup Christmas, and I got a show call with a bit of effort finding the key grip and getting a hold of them and such. And after that I did a couple commercials, I did a little documentary, and then I followed up with a bit of maybe 4 weeks on Chesapeake Shores, and then went and just did a show in Victoria called Pup Prep Academy for the past 4 months. This course was really important from NIC because without it, you wouldn't have a shot of knowing what's going on set. So I took the grips course, and there's lighting and PA. In terms of grips, there's so much equipment and so many things to learn, and so much to put together and know how to set up that it's imperative to get you into the industry itself, for sure. Our instructor has been in the industry for 18 years and really knows what he's talking about, and that combined with the on-site work, the on-set work with all of the elements and the equipment and really getting to touch them and feel them and see how stuff's set up, it really helped out. And from what I've heard, this was one of the best training programs that there is out there.
If there's a continuously growing number of shows being shot in your local community or in your local region, then those crews are going to have to come from somewhere. And from a hiring point of view, I'll take a person local with local knowledge over somebody that I have to import in from somewhere else that knows nothing about the area, doesn't know where the hardware store is, doesn't know who owns the hardware store, and where can I get an aluminum boat.
I'm Ingrid Mormon, and I was lucky enough to do the grip program with Smitty, Jeff Smith. So I'm a permittee with IATSE 168, and I've also was lucky enough to get onto Pup Academy as a day call, and ended up doing a total of 12 days, which as a grip, which kind of blew my mind. Every day I got called. It's just a really great program because it doesn't take a huge chunk out of your life. It's this intense program. It gives you some hands-on experience, and that's what you really need more than anything else. And it opens up doors that would otherwise maybe not be open to you.
I met a producer named Matt Drake, who was one of the producers for Dan Paulson's TV show Chesapeake Shores. At that point, Matt Drake contacted the DGC union and offered me for 4 months learning how to be a trainee assistant director. I took all the experience that I could, and I met an AD named Ken Shane and a second named James Gardner, and since then they've taken me over to Arrow, and I've been living in Vancouver, hopping on Disney shows and CW shows, and I just recently finished The Crossover.
It gave me credibility in the industry. I've done a lot of work in the industry. I had a lot of experience. As I said previously, just in the group, I've done everything from rigging and rigging zip lines and environmental documentaries to working as a first AD on a small local production about dying with dignity, a drama, to associate producer, which is a pretty broad-ranging title for a small production, because I had to secure locations, I secured talent. I really went out and brought a lot to the show, and to a great degree made it possible for that director to bring his vision to the screen.
The biggest thing that came out of this, is the realization that I got out of it, is that these students that went through these courses are coming into the industry better armed than anything that we've ever had in the past. This, of course, being the pilot, it's the first of its kind in North America. By the time they go through our courses, and whether it was the construction, the grip, or the lighting, they were coming out of it with 6 certificates. They're getting their film orientation, which is mandatory to get into either union. They're giving their first aid level 1. a forklift ticket, an aerial platform ticket, their WMIS, which is also mandatory for working in the film industry for either union, and then they were given a certificate for whatever course they took, be it construction, grip, or lighting.
This is how we develop this competitiveness, is that we show that we have not just well-trained crews in one area, we have well-trained trained crews everywhere, and that producers feel confident that they can find a location and shoot there and then minimize their costs because they can hire a lot of local people. So I think it's important that as we move forward, that it gives, like I said, it helps some of the headwinds that the film industry will face in British Columbia as it does in other places.
Vancouver Island has now experienced its busiest year to date, and it shows no signs of letting up this year. When we can give local producers or production companies local crews, the cost savings to them is phenomenal. And we have everything here on Vancouver Island to make the film industry strong.
Pretty much jumped into work almost straight away. In March we started working on Chesapeake Shores, and that ran through mid-July, and then August we picked up on a Tony Braxton Christmas movie. We went up to Revelstoke for some, and we've kind of been all over Vancouver. It's been a lot of good work and working steady since. The best part about taking the TV, film and crew training is just being able to work and having that knowledge going into it and not showing up unprepared. You just have a little bit more of an edge than the average person off the street might who's thinking of getting into the business. You've got some skills and tools with you to bring to the table, and it just gives you that confidence and the ability to do the job that you're going for.
I got full-time on Chesapeake Shores here on the island. That was last summer, and that was lovely. Working in Qualicum on the island, being close to home. And then to continue working full-time, I had to go over to Vancouver. Did some movies of the week there, and also commercials. So I've done TV, film, and commercial just full-time since graduation. The training program at NIC really helped me get orientated with what I was to be expecting heading onto set, because it's kind of a lifestyle job, and there's there's a lot of differences between just a regular 9-to-5 job and working on film for 12 to 16 hours a day. So it was very helpful with the hands-on aspect of it. And I think the value of NIC's film and training program is that it provides you not only with hands-on experience through taught by actual instructors, so they can replicate working conditions and get you sorted, but they're also able to directly provide you work through their own personal contacts, and you're able to network right off the bat, and that's infinitely valuable.
The timing was right for this. We had worked really hard with the college for many years, and we launched the program at the right time. And I think it's just the beginning of something that should continue to work on, because we're showing precedent. I get approached from people not only just in the province of British Columbia, but I did interviews for the construction industry in Ontario. I was approached by places like Georgia. I mean, Georgia is one of the biggest, busiest places in North America right now. In Atlanta, the same as Vancouver is in British Columbia. But the outskirts of Georgia were facing exactly what was the same dilemma as we had. I was approached by Norway, and I was approached by Mongolia. Would we come over to Mongolia?
I would say if this course was to ever come up again, take it. You've got wonderful people around to support you and all around that care for you. And just the base of the island and the film crew here is just super supportive, and I would say do it.
The dollars that this will bring for productions to the province, and the incomes that these people working in the industry can make, it's an investment in our future, and I think the government should jump onto it wholeheartedly.
We really seem to have hit on a program that is common sense, doable, and has a success rate to go along with it now. So, I'm sold. I'm sold.